Bro, you clicked on this video and I know for a fact that you've gotten fed up with the way your hair looks. You've tried multiple styles, but none of them suits you. You go to your barber, showing him the picture of your favorite celebrity and his hairstyle. You get the haircut, you don't end up looking like him and you get fed up. Bro, chances are you're insecure of your hair. You're obsessed over the way your hair looks. Every other minute you look at the mirror and start fixing your hair. Trust me, I've been there, bro. And it was just about a year ago. I'm 17, like 16 years of my life I spent being insecure about my hair. And just about a year ago I came across a solution. In this video, I'm gonna break it down for you. I'm gonna tell you exactly what you need to overcome this problem. But first, I'll be debunking four important myths that are holding you back, which are damaging your self-esteem, your self-image, which is the most important part here. The most important thing here is the way you look at yourself. Let's get down to it. Just like you, bro, I've spent years worrying about my hair. I had different problems with my hair. I didn't know the solution, but now I do. And myth number one is that shaving your face will give you a beard. It will not. The reason, if you find that you have thicker hair when you shave it off, it's because of three main reasons. Number one would be that you shaved your hair off when your hormones were at an all-time high. For example, puberty. You're going through puberty, you shave off your face, and you see that you're getting hair growing back faster and thicker. That's because of your hormones. That's not because you shaved your face off. Shave your hair off. And the second reason can be that over the time, if your hair are allowed to grow for longer periods of time, they become light. That's because of exposure to sunlight, external factors like sunlight, chemical compounds. That makes your hair light. And when you shave them off, new hair grow at the normal thickness and normal rate. But you think the hair are growing back thicker when they're really not. And the third reason is that if you take a strand of your hair, you look at it with your naked eye, you see that it looks of the same thickness throughout, but it's really not. At the base of the hair, the thickness is at its highest, and towards the top, the hair strand is thin. So when you shave your hair at the surface of your skin, you basically cut them off at their thickest point. And so when you feel your stubble after a few days, you think that it's growing back thicker when it's really not. So this is the reason why you might think that shaving off your hair will make your hair grow back thicker and faster, but it really doesn't. It doesn't matter. And the next myth is that washing your hair too much causes hair loss. And in a way, it does. See now, bro, don't think that all these myths are false. It's like saying that eating food makes you healthy. Yeah, it does. But like if you eat unhealthy food, you become unhealthy. That's how myths work. That's how everything works. So like, don't use too much shampoo. This is something that you really shouldn't be worrying about if you use shampoo no more than 3 times a week. Because when you use a lot of shampoo, what shampoo does is it takes away the essential nutrients and oils that your hair need for strength. So basically taking away the entire nutrients. Your hair needs some sort of oil for proper growth. And by shampooing too much, you're taking that away. You're making your hair dry. And dry hair become brittle. And brittle hair accelerate hair loss. When hair are dry, they're easy to break because they lack elasticity. What's the word? It's elasticity, yeah. Dry hair lack elasticity. And so they fall off. They break off much more easily. Let's move on to number 3. Number 3 is that people say that when their scalp is dry, they get dandruff. Dandruff is not dry scalp. Dandruff is literally a skin condition. It usually happens at puberty. So what happens in dandruff is that there's excessive growth of skin cells. So when the skin layers, they replace each other. The dead skin falls off as oily flakes, falls onto your hair, onto your sleeves. Don't be insecure about it, bro. Dandruff it comes and it goes. Like I had dandruff for like about 1 or 2 years, but ever since then, and that was a long time ago, that was like 2 or 3 years ago, and ever since then I've never had dandruff. It comes and it goes. Okay, it's normal. Just use anti-dandruff shampoos, bro. That's the only treatment. Literally, like that's it. Use anti-dandruff shampoos, but don't overuse shampoo. Dandruff has not got anything to do with being untidy. Okay, let's move on to myth number 4, which is this is the most common one, bro. And your parents have probably told this to you, but using hair products don't cause hair loss. Well, actually, they do. If you use that's the same dynamic as saying that eating food makes you healthy, but when you eat unhealthy food, it makes you unhealthy. The same goes with all these myths. So when you use bad hair product, like the worst one is gel, bro. Why do people use gel? Bro, trust me, if your hairstyle requires gel to keep it in place, it's not good. It's not good for you. It's not meant for you anyways. Leave that hairstyle. Gel is the worst product. There's so much alcohol in gel that it makes your hair completely dry. And like I said, dry hair fall off. Gel causes hair loss. You look like you have weak hair when you use gel. It makes your hair look thin. And so, while using gel is an extreme, the other extreme is also something you shouldn't reach, which is using greasy hair products. So when there's too much grease build up in your hair follicles, it blocks off your pores. So your hair don't get the nutrients they need and they fall off again. They become thin, brittle, and they fall off. So you don't want to use a hair product that is too greasy. Something that is in between. And another point, that your hair product should be water soluble. So like when you rinse your hair with water, it comes off. You don't have to shampoo your hair. And therefore, in my opinion, the absolute best hair product, I'm not going to give you the company or anything. I'm not going to tell you like which company. I'm just going to tell you the basics of the factual basics over here. The best product that you can use is hair clay. I don't think anyone has said that, but like hair clay is the best product. It's water soluble. The best part is that it makes your hair look great. If you have thin hair, it makes your hair look thick. Unlike gel, you can easily mold your hair again and again throughout the day. So it's not like it doesn't become firm like gel does it. So that's another point. And it looks natural. And then the health benefit of clay is that it has scalp healing properties. Isn't that a good deal, man? Get hair clay. Throw your gel away, bro. Grow up. So how in the world do you find the right hairstyle for yourself? And now you're gonna click off, bro, because the answer is unattractive. The truth is unattractive. But the truth is that it takes time. It takes time and it takes experience. It took me years to find the right hairstyle for myself. And it was only about a year ago that I got confident with the way my hair looks. Bro, keep experimenting, keep learning, keep growing. It's not the end of the world. You get one hairstyle that you don't like. That's not the end of the world. Move on to the next hairstyle and then the next. And even if you do get a hairstyle that you like, keep changing it up. Keep moving on to next hairstyles. The next one may be better than the previous one, and the next one may be better than that one. So keep learning, keep experiencing. And trust me, bro, there's a lot more that goes into finding the right style for yourself. It's much deeper than that. It's much deeper than the way that your hair looks. You go to your barber and tell him to give you a certain specific haircut. And when it doesn't look the way you want it to look, don't get fed up with the barber. Because to be honest, you're not meant to look that way. You're not meant to look like your favorite celebrity. Because there's a lot more that goes into it. There's a lot more development that you need. Start with the basics. You don't have a jawline, bro. Start with mewing. Start with the basics. You're obese. Start losing fat. Start getting muscle if you're skinny fat. Take care of your physique, your development first. When your physique falls into place, your style falls into place. It's all about experience. It's all about you. So if you've watched this far into this video, you're probably not a spurg. Those spurs that have clicked off seeing that I have messy hairstyle right now. It's like my hairstyle right now is not the best, according to you people that have clicked off. But the thing is, I'm confident. I like the way I look, bro. That's the part you should be looking forward to. The main thing here is the way you see yourself, is the way you look at yourself. And I look at myself, I'm completely confident. I look at myself and I'm happy with this hairstyle. And trust me, if this was me 4 years ago, if I had the same hairstyle, I would be sad. I would be fed up. Because it's all about you. It's all about your development. That's a really good pun I made there, bro. Because back then, I wasn't working on developing my physique. I was now working on my speaking skills. See, confidence is 100% tied to improvement, to progress. And I'm making progress right now. I wasn't making progress back then. Even though it wasn't related to the things that I needed to make progress in. It was progress in insignificant things. And that brings us to the point that your hairstyle, there's things much more significant than that. You're a man, bro. Focus on developing yourself as a man first. When everything else falls into place, your style falls into place. And I recently came across this one mindset, and I think it's a really important mindset to have. And I think you will need it. Because back then, I wanted my hair to look a really specific way. But your mindset should be that this person has much more experience about hairstyling than I do. And I should let him take me where he thinks that I should be. Do you get me? Like, he knows what will suit you more than you do. Have humility, bro. And start developing yourself as a man first. Everything else will fall into place. Now scroll down, click on the like and subscribe button to help other young men come across this value. And share this video with an obsessive spurg who you know will need it. Safe.